Okay, should be back now. You may notice the chat box is refreshed and it's cleared all the messages, unfortunately. So hopefully we're back with Twitch. And for those who are just caught up, I've just got into Spain, and we're returning the chalice that I had and had nicely polished up to the Countess. And hopefully we discovered the final secrets of the Spanish villa and her family line.
Senor Stobart, oh, what a pleasure. Please, sit down.
Hi, Countess. The pleasure's all mine. I've brought back your chalice.
And there's that chalice.
You've had it cleaned.
Yeah, I met an obliging priest with a soft cloth.
Have you resolved the Templar mystery?
No, not yet. I don't even know what it is I'm after.
There are many stories of the knight secreting great wealth away.
Whatever. All I know is I don't want the bad guys to get it.
Ah, to be young and live in a world of moral absolutes.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about...
There's something else that I discovered carved on Don Carlos's tomb. Biblical references.
What are the references, Senor Stobart?
Psalms 32:7, Corinthians...
I am not a good enough scholar to know the Bible chapter and verse. I meant, what are the quotations?
You know, I forgot to ask the priest. I discovered something amazing with that chalice. In Paris, I found a church where they recognized the coat of arms. I found the tomb of Don Carlos de Vasconcelos.
You are sure? There can be no mistake?
The coat of arms on the chalice matches the one on the tomb.
Incredible. You have my most profound thanks. I must go there as soon as possible.
Yeah? Well, I'd be happy to show you the city.
Okay, so that's that done. We're going to go into the
I'll
summer
look
house.
around if that's okay.
My home is your home. I shall remain here.
Yeah, so go to the mausoleum and we will find the Bible and look up the passages. Dum 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 dum. I see Lopez still watering the garden. So I want to go up this way. And let's pop in here. Yeah, I like the little things like that. The rainbow and the mist and things. So we have a Bible here.
It was the Spanish Bible I borrowed from the mausoleum.
Okay, let's take that to the Countess. But first, I want to pop that on there.
I couldn't climb up there without breaking something.
Not that. That. So I'm going to put the grease paint on it. And nope. Doesn't want me to light it. Well, let's take the Bible to what's her face anyway. Countess, and we'll see. Hopefully we can decipher the passages, and then we can light the candle. But we need to close the window before we light the candle because of the draft. And I think I remember where the willow is. I think it's that tree there. Well, actually, let's pop in here.
It was just a little utility room with no exit, unless you counted the window, and I didn't.
Okay, no, we're going up to the Countess. And we give her the Bible.
Hello again. Here's the Bible from the mausoleum.
Very well. Let us begin. The first reference.
Psalms 32:7.
Thou art my hiding place. Thou shalt preserve me from trouble. Thou shalt compass me about with songs of deliverance. My hiding place.
Don't get your hopes up too high. This might just be leading us to where we found the chalice.
You are right, of course. The next.
Okay, John 4:11.
John 4:11. Here. The well is deep. The next. Quickly.
Okay. Corinthians 4:5.
Here it is. Will bring to light the hidden things.
Ooh.
Any more?
Just one. Psalms again. 22:21.
Save me from the lion's mouth, for thou hast heard me from the horns of the unicorns. The last is confusing. Lions, unicorns, what does it mean?
I can't guess.
I know what it means.
Salient points seem to be a hiding place and a deep well. In no sense is the mausoleum a well, Senor Stobart.
Is there a well in the grounds?
I do not know. I suppose that there must have been once upon a time. Lopez is the man to ask about anything pertaining to the estate.
Okay, let's go speak to Lopez about the
I'll
well.
just have another look around.
Very well.
So we're uncovering all her family's secrets. We've discovered the lost ancestor in a church in Paris, and we found the chalice inside the mausoleum, and the secret behind the chess pieces and the pieces. They had little shapes on the bases.
Got a minute?
Certainly, senor. How can I help you?
And now we go on the hunt for a well.
What's the story behind the chalice vanishing?
When the Inquisition raided, in the absence of Don Carlos, it was believed that they had taken it. Naturally, they denied the charge as they denied taking the children. And naturally, nobody believed them.
But they were telling the truth. The chalice was hidden from them. You don't suppose they were telling the truth about the children as well, do you?
Madre de Dios! I had not thought of that. But then what happened to them?
I don't know. If the Inquisition didn't take them, then who did?
You must speak to my lady of these.
Count on it. So the Countess feels that the curse is lifted.
I would not put it so strongly. Your discovery of the chalice was proof that the Templars never abandoned the de Vasconcelos. It counts for a great deal with my lady.
You must know just about everything that there is to know about this place.
See, I have lived my whole life here in the service of the de Vasconcelos.
Do you know of a well anywhere around here?
A well? Si, senor. This used to be a fortified villa. How can you last a siege without water?
Great! So where is it?
How should I know? The well was covered over in the last century. It was dangerous, you see.
And you have no idea where it was?
None. It was hidden even before my grandfather's time.
Well, you must have a vague idea of where the well is.
It must have been in the old house's courtyard, so that would put it around here.
Here? Okay. Now, how do we find it?
There might be a way. Let me think about it.
Any ideas yet?
Not as yet, Senor Stobart. I shall give it more thought.
Catch you later, Lopez.
Adios, Senor Stobart.
Okay, let's go speak to the Countess about the children. So we're doing a bit of backwards and forwards here. I'm pretty sure she has a new dialogue option.
Hello again. Mind if I sit?
Please, be my guest.
There's still the mystery of that missing chess piece.
I do not think that it will ever be discovered unless the fate of the children is revealed.
The Inquisition were suspected of taking the chalice and the kids, right? We know now they were innocent of the first crime. What if...
They did not take the children either. Then what happened to them?
The Inquisition admitted to killing Don Carlos's manservant. Now, this guy had been told to protect the kids at all costs, right?
That is correct.
I think he hid them and the chalice when he got wind that the Inquisition was coming. With him dead, and Don Carlos driven mad with grief, there was nobody left who knew the secret. You know what this means, don't you?
I fear so.
They're still here.
The children are still here somewhere. If this is so, then it is small wonder that the de Vasconcellos are cursed.
Okay, so now we've done that dialogue option.
I'll have a look around if that's okay.
My home is your home. I shall remain here.
Now let's go talk to Lopez and see if he has a solution for finding the well. Lopez. Let's chat to you.
Hi, Lopez. Got a minute?
Certainly, senor. How can I help you?
Any ideas yet?
Not as yet, Senor Stobart. I shall give it more thought.
Okay, ignore that.
Catch you later, Lopez.
Adios, Senor Stobart.
Right, let's go back to the summer house and try the whole candle method. I think I was trying to be a bit sudden with regards to trying to light the candle, trying to light the grease paint on the candle. I think I need to just select the candle and he'll automatically set it on fire. But first, I'll pick this up. Then close the window. And then add grease paint. And then...
No, that was a silly idea. I decided to think things through. Now that it had given up its secret, the glass squares in the lectern were just decorative again. I couldn't reach up there. Hanging from the ceiling was a huge yellowed candle. It looked really old and had never been lit.
Yeah, I don't have a means to set fire. Aha, there we go. Done. Now we let that candle burn. And inside, the missing chess piece.
The candle had burnt brilliantly, but only for a couple of minutes. Some kind of special formulation, I guess. And had yielded up this. A complex shape expertly cut in stone. I figured it was some kind of key.
Go back to Lopez. Maybe he's thought of something. Now that I've solved a puzzle and given him some time. Dum, 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 dum. And I think after Spain, we'll suddenly go quickly to Nico's apartment in Paris, and then we'll go to Scotland.
Hi, Lopez. Got a minute?
Certainly, senor. How can I help you?
Any ideas yet?
We are looking for a source of water, see?
Yes.
Yes.
For generations, the Spanish country folk have had a secret way of locating water, even if it is meters beneath the ground.
Ah, you're not talking about water dousing, are you?
Eh?
You know, you get a stick and walk around until the stick twitches and dig there.
Oh, you've heard of it.
Yes.
Yeah, I think most of the planet has. Okay, let's get a stick.
Uno momento. It must be
Oh, hazel.
a special stick. A Y of hazel.
Right. Do you have any hazel trees?
See? Here. That is hazel.
Catch you later, Lopez.
Adios, Senor Stobar.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's this way. Pretty sure the hazel tree is this one here.
I went over to find a suitable stick. Aha!
Right, back to Lopez and tell him we've got a stick. And then commence the search for the well. The hidden well that's been hidden for 600 years.
Hi, Lopez. Got a minute?
Certainly, senor. How can I help you?
Well, I got my divining rod. Now what?
Simplicity itself, senor. Hold the wand at the upper ends of the Y. Apply a little tension with your wrists so that the slightest movement of the wand's tip is clear and walk slowly and steadily over the area.
Sounds easy enough. We'll find this well in no time.
Yep, just follow the tip. And you'll find the wet source. And doop 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 doo. He's now playing games.
Senior Stobart, you've found something.
This is it. This is where we find the secret of the Templars. Hidden here for hundreds of years. Lost from the sight of man until now. The mystery is revealed.
It's a tin can.
I've been walking up and down with a twig in my hands, looking for a tin can.
It had water in it. That's what the dowsing stick must have detected.
I'd have to check with an archaeologist, but I don't think the Templars left that.
In truth, Senor Stobart, the loan was laid many, many years ago. This can could date back to the Napoleonic Wars.
Get rid of it and I'll try it again. Lopez threw the can away. It seemed to fall an awfully long way.
Ooh.
The splash at the end confirmed what we both suspected. Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle.
It has been here all the time. All those years and nobody found it.
Stood in awe for a moment, marveling at the secrets all around us.
I could have fallen down that.
Okay. So,
The well had been lost for decades at least. The air was cool after the noon sun, but that's not what gave me goosebumps. I have a really, really bad feeling about this.
right. I will save because I know you can die here.
It was a long way down. The brilliant midday sun shone almost directly down the shaft, and I still couldn't see the water. I'd already risked my neck with one death-defying leap in Syria. I wasn't about to push my luck again. It was a long... The brilliant... I wasn't... I'd need tools to move all that stuff. Heavy equipment that just wasn't available.
Right, well I need a mirror.
From a distance, the lion's head had been impressive. Close up, it was frightening. Hey, one of the fangs is a separate piece. I could hear the sound of a lot of stone moving, and I knew I was in danger. Oh, very funny, you psychos!
Senor Stobart! Senor Stobart! Are you all right?
It's okay, Lopez, I'm fine!
Hey, susto me has dado! You gave me a scare!
Nice try, Templars. I wished that I had Leary's flashlight now. It just felt like a pitted stone wall. I'd almost been killed for the sake of a red herring.
Right, so I need to go and see if the Countess has a mirror. I believe I was meant to have picked up a mirror. Because then I reflect the light from coming down the shaft, and it'll beam into the dark hole.
It was way too warm to light the fire. Now what the hell was I going to do with a hog's head? I didn't recognize any of the titles, apart from an ancient edition of Don Quixote. From the window, I could see some sort of balcony. It didn't look like it was used too often. Hello again. Mind if I sit?
Please, be my guest.
What do you make of this?
It looks like some sort of key. Where did you get it from?
It was buried inside the great candle in the mausoleum.
Inside it? What have you done to it?
I, lit it.
But it is irreplaceable.
Listen, the candle was to be lit in case of Moorish attack, right? Well, it burnt down in no time and revealed this key thing. Maybe that was the real purpose of lighting the candle.
What are you suggesting?
That lighting the candle was the equivalent of break glass in case of emergency.
Sentiment must not stand in the way of solving this mystery. You did the right thing.
I'll just have another look around.
Very well.
Yeah, there's no mirror in here. Oh, there we go. Now I can do that, beam that light across. And down the well we go. Can't remember if I put it on the wall or on the rope, but we'll see.
There, in the middle of the door, I could see some kind of socket. It looked like this wasn't quite the dead end it had seemed.
Okay. Stick the key in the socket.
Open sesame! Another secret door.
And it's the children.
Before I left, though, there was one last thing to do. You won't be needing that replacement piece anymore, Countess. I found it with the children. You'll probably want to be alone for a while. I'll be out in the garden with Lopez.
Okay, so now we're back in France.
George, welcome
Oh,
back.
Lobino.
Come in, George. It's good to see you again.
Is it?
Sure. What did you find in Spain?
Without Andre, we wouldn't have got this far, George.
Yeah, I know.
Thanks, Lobino.
The clues led to an underground chamber at the bottom of a well. The Templars had left a tapestry showing a chessboard. The white pieces were vastly outnumbered. There was a stream running across the board, and a Templar knight on a horse.
Does it mean anything to you, Andre?
No, nothing.
You're useless.
Maybe we should tell Andre what else you found, George.
There's a map and a Latin inscription to the west at the edge of the world.
Well, we already said that to you.
George found that in a cave in Syria.
Yeah, where the assassin almost killed me.
Then we've got the burning of Jacques de Molay and the date, 1314.
From the window of the church in Montfaucon Square, one of the few places where nobody tried to kill me.
Then we have the image of a church that George found at the excavation. I don't recall anyone trying to kill you there either, George.
And finally we have the tapestry in Spain. Did I mention I almost got killed there?
Not yet, but I'm sure you're about to.
It was only my cat-like reflexes that saved me from certain death.
Yeah.
Cat-like reflexes, eh?
And while I was risking life and limb, where were you, Andre? Getting your glasses fogged up over an Etruscan vase?
That's enough, boys. Can we get back to saving the world?
Of course. My apologies.
He started it.
Well, the Latin phrase are the words of Julius Caesar. He was describing the island of Britain.
Are you sure? The map didn't look much like Britain.
How come Caesar described Britain as being at the edge of the world?
To the Romans, the Mediterranean was the center of the universe. Britain was a remote, unfriendly place, inhabited by blue-painted savages.
It hasn't changed much,
Nope.
They've stopped painting themselves blue.
except
of.
when they go to a football match.
They used an extract from a plant called woad, Icetis tinctoria. The Scots were using it until fairly recently in the wars with the English.
Fairly recently? I don't recall the Scots being at war with the English.
They still
How
are.
recently are you talking about?
Politically.
I believe William Wallace's men used it in the 13th century. They might well have been using it as late as...
You can't remember, can you?
1314.
Ah, we're back onto that, are we?
Andre, what is it? What do you mean?
1314 in Scotland. The Battle of Bannockburn.
Bannockburn.
That would explain the stream on the chessboard. That's what a burn is. Right, Andre? As in Bannockburn?
Right, George. And it gets better. Tradition has it that the Scots were helped by a shock force of, well, can't you guess?
Knights Templar?
Yes, a group of outlawed Templars. They are said to have turned the tide for the Scots.
And it all ends at a church in the Isle of Britain at Bannockburn in a church.
Yep.
What are we waiting for? I'll call a cab.
So, to England we go.
I can't go.
Except for Lobino. Because he's a loser.
Andre, you've been loads of help, but
What George is trying to say is that you shouldn't feel guilty.
I was.
We understand you've got commitments. Oh, listen, we have to hurry. Let's go, George.
We'll see it through. Oh, and, don't worry about us.
Nope. Okay, so we're going to Bannockburn.
Oh, it must be dawn.
Oh, I guess so. And we must be nearly there. Somewhere, out there in the dark, is Scotland. We've come a long way together to get here.
Yeah. Let's hope it was worth it.
Okay, I've lost all my items now, and we're...
There's something I've been meaning to say
Down
to
to
you,
this.
Nico.
Is this the right time and place, George?
There might not be another time. I don't want to waste this chance.
You don't need to say anything. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. But here, with you. Now.
You're exhausted. Why don't you get some sleep?
Sleep? At a time like this?
Excited, huh?
Would you like something to help you sleep, dearie? I've got some tablets in my bag.
Oh, no. Thank you.
Thanks all the same, ma'am. Pardon me?
Yes.
Yes, my dear.
Do you know what time we're due in Sterling?
6:15, but we're running 8 minutes late.
What's the book you're reading?
Oh, it's something I picked up at the station. A medieval detective story. Quite well written for that kind of thing. It's been out of print for years.
What's the title of the book?
The Crooked Crusader Caper by Molly Pegram. I assumed the author was a woman, but apparently not. His real name is...
Professor Nigel Pegram.
That's right. Do you know him?
No, I never met him.
George is a great fan of his, though.
Do you know Sterling well?
Yes, I do. Is that where you two lovebirds abound?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's one of the places we thought we'd see on our holiday.
Be sure to visit the castle, won't you?
Oh, I'm sure it's a neat place. But we are not really interested in history, are we, George?
no.
Nope.
I suppose espresso bars and boogie-woogie are more your cup of tea.
Yep.
That's right. There's nothing George enjoys more than a good boogie.
Words in my mouth.
Is there a church called St. Ninian's at Sterling?
Yes, there is. And I know why you're going there.
You do?
Of course I do. It's obvious you're in love. You're eloping, and they say romance is dead.
Yes, that's what we're doing. Okay. Let's pop outside.
Where are you going, George?
Do I need to spell it out?
Don't snap at me. If you're going to take a leak, why don't you say so?
Okay, I'm going to take a leak.
Tickets.
L-E-A-K.
Oh.
Tickets, please.
Oh, hi.
That's a standard full-price peak return. Don't you have a senior citizen's rail card?
I rarely travel by train. My ticket is perfectly valid, is it not?
Well, yeah, but you could have saved up to a third of the cost.
I do not need to indulge in puffling thriftiness.
Blimey, you're a funny old bird and no mistake. Tickets, please, sir.
Here.
Ma'am.
Off to Sterling, eh?
Yes, we are.
Well, I hope you won't be disappointed. It's a miserable place this time of year. Still, there's plenty of pubs and a lovely view from the castle.
Thank you.
I don't want to worry you, but
Yeah, he
there
did look
was
familiar.
something familiar about that guy.
Are you sure? You're tired. Perhaps you're mistaken.
Maybe. But I didn't like the look in his eyes when he spoke to you.
Okay. Let's go take a
Can't you
leak.
sit still, George?
I need to go to the John.
While you're there,
John.
check out the buffet car, George. Unthinkable though it is, I am hungry enough to eat English food.
Okay. The door was locked.
Okay, so we're going this way. Let's go into the room with the football hooligans. The Geordies.
Hi. Having a party?
No, this is British. Come on, join us, man. Away, Basha, wake up, man. What's company?
His breath was like the outlet from a chemical factory.
Excuse me, mate, he's taking a nap. Sleeping like a bobby. I'll wake him up when we get to Newcastle.
We passed through Newcastle half an hour ago.
And I never noticed.
What is that stuff you're drinking? It smells like gasoline.
Aye, I'll put hairs in your chest, like.
On your eyeballs, too, by the looks of you. See you later.
Else to say.
Didn't open that window, pal.
Why not?
It's freezing out there.
I didn't want to wake him. To be frank, without a cold water hose, I didn't think I could wake him.
So let's leave here. Nothing in this room. And over this way.
It was the door to a sleeping compartment. The door was locked. The door was locked. Oh, no. That gangster creep from the hotel, Guido. Well, he didn't scare me. Hey, Buster. This is a no-smoking car. Okay, maybe he did scare me. It got worse. I suddenly realized who the conductor had reminded me of. Eklund, Marquet's murderer.
Right, time to make our way this side. Nope. Keep going. Wrong way.
I should have known better than
Where's
to leave
Nico?
Nico and the old lady alone. Suddenly, the sword of Baphomet took second place to finding the girl I loved.
Right, quick save.
The door was locked.
Right, let's go back into Newcastle room.
Leave it alone, man.
Hey, buddy. Listen, I need your help.
What's the matter?
There's a guy on this train who's trying to kill me.
Relax, man. You wouldn't try nothing with us in Basher here. We are
Basher.
veterans like, so action at Brightlingsea.
I don't recall the British Army being involved in a conflict at anywhere called Brightlingsea.
Well, you just take it from me, pal. You're in safe hands.
Did you see what happened to the young woman in the next compartment?
No, pal, I didn't. Have you lost her, like?
She's disappeared. The old lady, too. I think they're in trouble.
Oh, wait, man. An old lady, too.
Yeah. You gotta help me.
Maybe they went to the toilet, like.
I don't think so.
They never go on their own. Always in pairs, you know.
No, she's been abducted, I'm sure. I've got to go look for her.
What's stopping you, pal?
The conductor. He's not what he seems.
You want to avoid him, like?
That's about it, yeah.
Yeah.
No problem.
See you later.
Right, now I think I can go through the window.
Don't do it, pal. Don't jump.
I don't intend to jump. I'm going to climb on top of the train.
You're kidding, aren't you?
Just watch me.
Yeah, I'm so brave.
Hold on now, pal. I'll give you a hand, like.
Yeah, trust the drunk. Ah.
Let's talk this over. I can explain everything.
And that's how George Stobart died. Restore. Good thing I saved it. So let's fast track through this dialogue option.
Hey, buddy. Listen, there's a... Relax, we are... I don't... Did you see... No, she's this... Oh, yeah, maybe they went... I don't... No, I... What, stop the conductor? You wanna... That's about it. Nope.
Okay.
See you later.
Now we're going in and up.
Give it to it, Pop. I don't intend... I'm going to...
You're
Just what?
What?
Hold on now.
Okay. Well, once we're at the top and over, before I go inside, I'm going to save it quickly. I'm just trying to remember what I had to do. I can't remember if I've got to run to... Oh no, no. Didn't go down there yet. Let's go across. Save. Down. It's all about quick reflexes, but I'm trying to remember what it is. Oh yeah.
I'd always wanted to stop the train, and now was my chance. You saved our lives, but why?
We were always on the same side, Stobart. Different causes, but a common enemy.
The Knights Templar?
Don't call them that. The real Templars were a noble foe. These barbarians have no right to that name. These men are no better than dogs.
What are the Neo-Templars after? What is the Sword of Baphomet?
Not what you think, my friend. It is a weapon, yes, but one which our enemies will find difficult to wield. A double-edged sword. A power older than Dimolay, older than Solomon.
We'll stop them. You and me together. And Nico.
No, George. My journey ends soon at the Garden of Paradise.
You're talking in riddles. Can't you tell me straight what they're after?
The sword symbolizes a colossal energy.
caused by the alignment of the Earth's natural power fields,
which are focused at St. Ninian's.
The energy endowed the Templars with the power which made them great. A power which made them charismatic to such an extent they could control the will of all around them.
And this is why they're after it.
How did you escape from the Bull's Head?
It is a long walk from the cliff of the Bull to the village Stobart. Fortunately, I know the ways of the wilderness. Also, I have a sister who keeps a garage just around the corner. May Allah guide you to our enemies.
Thanks.
One last thing.
What? What is it? He's dead.
Yeah.
Nico looked good, even in robes.
Don't even think about it, George.
What? Who?
Look me straight in the eye and tell me you weren't thinking of using that axe on Eklund.
Don't be foolish, woman. I was gonna use it on you.
Don't even think about...
What? Who?
Look me...
Don't be foolish. I was gonna use it on you.
Don't even...
What? Who?
Look me...
Don't be... I was gonna use it... I couldn't think of a single way the extinguisher would be of use in the absence of a fire. Underneath that heap of tumbled crates was Eklund. I wasn't about to help him out. Nico looked good. Nico looked good.
Where do you think you're going?
Don't worry, I hadn't forgotten about you.
Answer me this instant, George Stobart.
I will, when I'm ready.
That's not fair, George.
No.
You took advantage while my hands were tied.
When Eklund pointed that gun at me, I thought I was gonna die. I thought of all the things I'd never get to do, and kissing you was at the top of my list.
George.
Uh-huh.
George, we've got to get off the train. Eklund could recover at any time.
So what are we waiting for?
Let's go.
What are you doing?
I'm out of here.
Not that door. Do you want to end up like Flap?
Not especially. What remains of him is well on his way back to London. I hope he was traveling on a return ticket.
Okay, we're going out of this door. Okay, now we're in the castle at Bannockburn.
I'd feel happier if we had a gun or something.
Khan gave me something.
What?
His handbag.
Oh, great. If we run into any killers, we can give them a good buffeting. Didn't he have any weapons?
You don't know half of it. This bag's full of C4.
Wow. Why didn't you say so? Boy, we'll show him now. What's C4?
Plastic, George.
We're going to shop our way to victory?
2 kilos of plastic explosive. The detonator's broken now.
No problem. We'll buy a box of matches somewhere.
It doesn't work that way. It takes a small explosion to start the big explosion.
Well, that's not much use then. What does that sign say?
Apparently, during the English Civil War in the mid-17th century, this place was used as an arms dump.
It's so close to the end
What
as well.
Look at the state of this place, George. You work it out.
Oh, stray spark?
You got it. The tower was the only thing to survive the blast.
I hope the explosion didn't destroy the Sword of Baphomet.
Do you? I rather hope it did.
Right. Just gonna scroll this way a second. I don't think there's anything I need to pick up.
I figured Scotland had had enough trouble with Burke and Hare without me trying my hand at grave robbing.
Yeah, we're not leaving. So
I figured Scott without me.
we want to go this way. So let's head out to into the church. And I think all the items that I need are inside the church. We have a bit of a puzzle to solve.
A large arch led into the tower. Nico?
Uh-huh.
So let's look everywhere.
I scrabbled around in the rubble and found an old clay pipe with a broken stem.
Okay, so we have an old clay pipe.
The wheel turned reluctantly with a creak of complaint. There was no obvious way of removing the wheel from its housing.
I can't remember if there's more inside this same...
Under one of the stones, I found a metal coin which was green with age.
Okay, let's try it again.
It was caked with soil, but what I'd found was a small cog and spindle. With mounting excitement, I felt something between my fingers. It was short, hard, and black. Something I hadn't expected to find here. It was a plastic pen top.
Yeah.
I didn't find anything.
Right, so that's all the items for here. Oh, hang on, there's only one cog.
The handle turned easily and the larger wheel began to revolve.
Oops.
Damn! Then the handle came off in my hand.
And I took the
Now
small
that
cog.
the handle was gone, it was easy to remove the cog and spindle.
Right, so now I can pop those up in here.
The cog slipped neatly into the eye socket. With a rasp of metal on stone, I eased the second eye into place.
And then
I pushed the handle into the demon's mouth. The cogs all meshed. I began to turn.
ooh.
As soon as I saw the flickering torches, I realized the bogus Templars had beaten us to the sword. But where were they now? And why was it so quiet? It was definitely gunpowder, but it had solidified over the centuries it had lain here undisturbed.
I'll make a save point here. What have I got with me?
Listen, I can definitely hear chanting.
You're right. I hear it too. What do you suppose they're doing?
It wouldn't surprise me if they were holding some kind of satanic sex ritual.
So, what are we waiting for? Shh! Will you look at that? Baphomet. Labino was right. This place was ancient even to the Templars.
This whole place? This is Baphomet?
Finally, the truth. The Templars had never worshipped this graven image, no more than they'd worship a rainbow. But, like a rainbow, they regarded it as a symbol of a covenant with God, who'd revealed this place to them.
Inspector Rosso.
Rosso! Why, the double-dealing treacherous?
On the contrary, Inspector Rosso has been the model of obedience, an important quality in a true Templar. Now be quiet and watch if you wish to live much longer.
Brothers and sisters, we are gathered here to witness the reforging of the sword that was broken. Here before God's sentinel, Baphomet. Grand Master and Knight of Baphomet, we salute and pledge our obedience to you.
I salute you, gatekeeper of the temple. 7 centuries ago, our greatest weapon, the sword of Baphomet, was lost to us.
And now we've found it again.
Now we prepare to reforge it, to wield against new enemies. As the tired millennium dies, and this world looks for new leaders, we shall not fail. We shall lead the people to a new order, wherein all borders will dissolve. All will be united under the red cross of the Templars.
And now I'll take your sword. Shock therapy.
George, we have watched your efforts to stop us with respect. But surely you realize that you have been misled by our enemies. Both of us want a better world. Fortunately, no harm has been done. We need determined, resourceful men like you. Join us, George. Join us in true brotherhood.
Yeah. True. Wait. Brothers? What about Marquet? What about Pegram and Klausner? You didn't look on them as brothers, only as failures. 3 men dead, and you don't give a damn.
George, you know that sacrifices are necessary. Every great undertaking.
Join you? I'll see you in hell first.
Ah, George, I had great hopes for you. C'est la guerre. Eklund, kill him.
Oof. Oof.
I swear, I just wanted things to be right.
Okay, there goes Rotha.
Take them. Kill them. They will not escape.
Right, this is another one I've got to be very quick with.
Well, well. If it isn't the great detective and his beautiful assistant, it's going to be a pleasure killing the pair of you.
George, what are we going to do?
Come on, Nico. We're leaving.
You fools! You cannot escape us. Guido! Stop them.
But master, the powder!
That powder is from the English Civil War. You fool. It's over 300 years old.
I thought it was all over, but Nico had one last trick up her sleeve. Or in her handbag, to be exact. A handbag full of plastic explosives.
Maybe, but this stuff is brand new.
Shazam.
Oh.
Run. And that is how they destroyed the sword of Baphomet.
You'll never be able to write your story now.
I don't care. I've got what I want.
Huh?
Just tell me one thing, George. Is our life together always going to be this crazy?
And then it turns out, yes, it is. Right, that's Broken Sword, and that is the finale for my GameBlast live streams. Thank you to everyone who's watched over the last couple of weeks and has donated during the course of this time. My page will be open for a while still, so should anyone wish to donate in future, the page should be open for at least a month. And hopefully I can maybe hit about 200. We'll see. This has all been for Special Effect, which is a charity who help those with disabilities gain access to gaming and technology through the work that Special Effect do with home visits and the equipment and the bespoke care that they give each individual client to adapt specific peripherals and things to help them gain access to their computers and to game and to be able to be competitive with friends and family, things that they can't do without this specialist help. And it's of course why I take advantage of the fact that I can game and play whatever I want. I've got no problems at all. But some people, they don't have this opportunities, and what the special effect do, they kind of change that and level the playing field, so to speak. This is Broken Sword was released 20 years ago, so that was another 1996 title. And it's spawned some fantastic games, and especially the most recent one, which was kind of returned to form after the 3D iterations. Broken Sword 2 was fantastic as well, and Broken Sword 3 wasn't too bad, and Broken Sword 4 was a bit, up and down. Continued. And developed by Revolution. And Revolution have got a specialist or a special collector's edition of all of their games for PC, which is coming out like sometime in March. I have got my order. It's like 20 quid or something. It's ridiculously cheap for like all these games. A great way to revisit some of the classics from like In Cold Blood and Lure of the Temptress to the Broken Sword franchise, Beneath a Still Sky and stuff like that. So that's it from me for today, and that's it from me for GameBlast16. And I hope to catch some of you guys on some of my future live streams and videos. So for now, take care and see you again. Bye.